Final update. My girlfriend said, "It's over. My new man is taking me to Paris." I replied, "Enjoy your flight." She didn't know her new man was my newest intern. I waited until they boarded, texted my intern, "You're fired," canceled his corporate card, and left them both stranded in Paris. Upon her return, Madison, now broke and thoroughly humiliated, launched a desperate retaliation campaign. Since she couldn't attack me professionally, she attacked me personally. She started spreading vicious rumors to anyone who would listen. She claimed I was a jealous, controlling monster. She said I had been emotionally abusive for years and that I had engineered Leo's firing out of pure spite because I couldn't handle her leaving me for a better man. She also tried a financial attack. She sent me a long, legally worded email clearly written by someone else demanding I return all the gifts she had given me over our 2 years together. She also claimed she was entitled to a portion of my assets because of her emotional labor and her contributions to our shared life. The list of her supposed property included expensive furniture, art, and electronics that I had bought long before she moved into my apartment. This was amateur hour. I didn't even respond to her email. I simply forwarded it to my personal attorney. My lawyer drafted a short, sharp, and brutal cease and desist letter. It stated in no uncertain terms that I owed her nothing. It pointed out that her claims to my property were baseless and fraudulent. It included copies of receipts for the major items she had listed, proving my sole ownership. The letter concluded with a very clear warning. It referenced the fact that she was knowingly complicit in Leo's attempt to defraud my company by participating in the trip. It noted that while my company was pursuing Leo, they had, as of now, chosen not to pursue her. The letter strongly advised her that any further contact, harassment, or defamatory statements against me could result in me recommending to my company's legal team that they reevaluate her status as a witness and consider her a co-conspirator. It was a checkmate. Threatening her would accomplish nothing. But threatening her with the full legal weight of a multi-billion-dollar corporation, that was a threat she had to take seriously. The rumors stopped. The email stopped. There was only silence. It has been 4 months since the Paris incident. The waves have settled, and the final consequences of Madison and Leo's little adventure have come fully into focus. Their story did not have a happy ending. First, Leo. His professional life is not just stalled. It's a smoldering crater. My company's legal department, as promised, sent him a formal demand letter for the repayment of every single dollar he fraudulently charged to the corporate card. The total came to just over $24,000. They gave him 30 days to arrange a payment plan before they would escalate to a civil suit. Furthermore, my company's HR department, as is standard practice in cases of ethical violations, sent a formal letter to the dean of his business school. The letter detailed the circumstances of his termination, including the misuse of funds and the breach of contract. An MBA from a top school is built on a foundation of networking and reputation. That foundation is now poisoned. He has been blacklisted in our industry. No reputable firm will hire someone with a record of being fired for cause over financial misconduct. His brilliant career was over before it even began. Now for Madison, her life since returning from her 2-day week in Paris has been a slow, painful collapse. The relationship with Leo, which was built entirely on his flashy promises and my company's money, evaporated the moment they landed back home. He was now unemployed, disgraced, and facing a massive debt. He was no longer the dynamic alpha she had left me for. He was a liability. They broke up within a week. Madison found herself in a terrible position. She was broke, having spent her savings on the humiliating flight home. She had been publicly dumped by the man she had publicly left me for, and she was effectively homeless as her name was never on my lease. The last I heard from that same reliable grapevine, she was forced to move back in with her parents. She is in her late 20s, living in her childhood bedroom. Her grand Parisian dream having turned into a nightmare of suburban failure. I received one final email from her about a month ago, sent from a new address. It was a pathetic, rambling message. It alternated between blaming me for ruining her life and vaguely apologizing for how things ended. It was the classic self-pitying monologue of a person who still refuses to take responsibility for her own choices. I read it, felt absolutely nothing, and then deleted it and blocked the address. As for me, life is good. My position at the company is stronger than ever. I am respected for being a leader who is both decisive and protective of the company's interests. My apartment is peaceful. I've been focusing on my work, hitting the gym, and reconnecting with friends who I had neglected while I was with Madison. I don't consider what I did to be revenge. Not in the emotional sense. I saw it as a risk management problem. I had an employee who was a liability and a partner who was complicit in his recklessness. I took the most efficient and logical steps to neutralize the threat to my company and to my own life. The fact that their personal lives imploded as a result was simply a predictable consequence of their own terrible decisions. They gambled using my company's money and my trust as their stake and they lost spectacularly.